Hello students, today I have brought you Robert Frost poem, that is Fire and Ice. This is a couplet, means small poems of 8 lines, a small poem of 8 lines, and the poem goes like this. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From that I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of that to say that for destruction's ice is also great and would suffice. Let's come once again into this poem. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From that I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of that to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. By Robert Frost. Dear children, I would like to remind you all, in our previous classes, one of the poem, that is what Dust and Bowl, we have discussed, and that poem is also written by Robert Frost, and this poem Fire and Ice is also written by Robert Frost. So before we enter into the theme of this poem, I would like to tell you here, today the whole world is suffering from corona. The whole world is suffering due to corona. Lest this world perish in corona. So children, let's come to the theme of this poem. In the poem Fire and Ice, the poet is summarizing the fate of the world. What would cause it to end? So children, in this poem, that means the poem of Robert Frost, Fire and Ice, the poet summarizing one thing. What? That is the fate of the world. What would cause it to end? Being a poet, he likes the causes to the imperfections in human nature, and not just plain physics. He dwells on two causes that are believed to end the world: fire and ice. Here, fire symbolizes of human desire or passion, and ice is symbolic of hatred. Humans have raided the planet in an attempt to satisfy their desires. We cut trees, pollute the air, water and land just to get and experience the things we want. We do this without any consideration of what effect it will have on nature. Yes, children, we do all these things without any considerations of what effect it will have on nature. Here, fire also symbolizes base passion, so to say, sexual desire. This desire, although responsible for continuations of life, if not controlled, can also do misery and self-destruction. Remember, as I symbolizes the hatred that arises out of rational thinking. Humans in their bid to know things and gain power become so impervious to love and kindness that they end up fighting with each other. This has been evident in the wars that have been fought throughout human history. So children, this is all about the theme of this poem. If we children go into the poem and summarize this, so see, in this poem, the poet talks about the two different beliefs regarding the end of this world. The poet talks about two different beliefs regarding the end of the world. He says that he is in the favor of those who say this world will end in fire. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. But the poet favors to those who believe on fire. That means he believes that there are he favors, or he is in favor of those who say this world will end in fire, as he has seen the effect and result of uncontrolled and unending desires of fire. He finds the human desires same as fire in its nature. So what the nature of fire? This same nature is there of the man, of the human beings. And he finds the human desires same as fire in nature. On the other hand, the second belief tells that ice is sufficient for destroying this world, and the poet compares the nature of ice with hatred. As ice can make a part of body numb with this prolonged contact like hatred, it can also give numbers to our mind and thoughts and make us insensitive and cruel. The poet brings us the middle of an argument between people who think the world will come to a fiery end and people who think the world will freeze. He could be talking about literal end of the world, but He is also talking about the power that human beings have to harm or destroy one another. The poet's experience with romantic desire has taught him that passionate or hot emotions like love and lust would probably have the power to turn the earth into a big fireball. But he has also experienced the other extreme, and he knows that colder emotions like hate have great destructive power. Love gets all the publicity, but hate is the silent killer. Hate is the silent killer. It may not have the same grandeur as the fireball ending, but it will do the trick. It will do the trick. So dear children, this is all about the poem Ice and Fire, written by Robert Frost. I hope it will help you a lot. Thank you. God bless you children. Read well, study well.